The story begins by showing a couple whose intentions don't seem good at all. In fact, the two of them are planning to rob a grocery store today, and they are fully prepared for it. However, even after looting the entire store, the woman, Jody, is not satisfied. She notices a mysterious box behind the cashier and insists that it be opened. The cashier immediately warns her, saying that whatever is inside is not what she is looking for, and that she should leave it alone. But greed gets the better of Jody. Ignoring the warning, she opens the box. Suddenly, a gunshot echoes. The scene then shifts to a remote wilderness, where we see a frightened young woman named Samantha wandering alone. She appears exhausted and starving, as if she has been lost in the forest for days. There is no one around her, and we have no idea what happened in her past to leave her in such a desperate situation. While searching for help, Samantha notices a small wooden cabin in the distance. She quickly rushes inside. There, she finds a bag filled with food. Starving and unable to resist, she immediately begins eating whatever she can find. But then she hears a terrifying sound coming from outside. Someone is approaching the cabin. Frightened, Samantha hides beneath a bed. Moments later, a man carrying an axe enters the cabin. We cannot clearly see who he is. He simply picks up his bag of food and quietly leaves. Samantha remains hidden, terrified, and silent. After some time passes, she decides it is finally safe to leave. She rushes outside, hoping to escape. However, she suddenly runs into the same man. His name is Tom. To Samantha's surprise, Tom does not harm her. Instead, he offers to help. Feeling guilty, Samantha apologizes for stealing food from his bag and explains that she had not eaten for 2 days. She reveals that her car broke down on the road. Her husband went to a nearby gas station to get help, but he never returned. Coincidentally, Tom tells her that his own car is also broken. In fact, he has been stranded in this area for 3 days. Hearing this, Samantha becomes worried. She insists that she must go and look for her husband because he might have come back by now. Tom agrees to go with her. The two search the area, but there is no sign of Samantha's husband. Since they cannot find him, they leave a note behind and return to the cabin with some warm clothes. Tom explains that the temperature drops dramatically at night, so he advises Samantha to wrap herself in a blanket she brought from her car. Still confused, Samantha wonders why her husband would leave her alone in the middle of the forest instead of taking her with him. She then reveals something important. She is pregnant. After hearing this, Tom offers her the bed while he sleeps on the floor. Before they go to sleep, he gives her some drinking water that he collected from a nearby lake. But something strange happens. The next day, when Tom returns to the location of that lake, it has completely vanished. There is no trace of it anywhere. With these strange questions left unanswered, they spend the night in the cabin. During the night, Samantha experiences a terrible nightmare. The dream is so disturbing that she wakes up early the next morning. When she looks around, Tom is nowhere to be seen. Stepping outside, she discovers an unconscious, white-haired young woman lying nearby. Samantha quickly brings her into the cabin. Meanwhile, Tom is siphoning fuel from his car so that they can put it into Samantha's vehicle and hopefully escape from this mysterious place. Back at the cabin, the unconscious girl finally wakes up, and then we recognize her. It's Jody, the same woman who robbed the grocery store. But the question is, how did she end up here? Send part 2, and I'll continue from Jody waking up in the cabin. When Jody wakes up and sees Samantha, she immediately becomes suspicious. She assumes Samantha is some kind of dangerous woman and that the cabin belongs to her. Samantha tries to explain everything that has happened, but Jody finds it hard to believe. Frustrated and confused, she storms out of the cabin. At the same time, Tom is returning with the fuel he collected. Suddenly, 2 gunshots ring out in the distance. The sound startles him so badly that he drops the fuel he was carrying. He calls out, asking if anyone is there, but receives no response. With no other choice, he heads back to the cabin. Once inside, Tom notices the unfamiliar girl with Samantha. Jody explains that she had a fight with her boyfriend, who abandoned her and left her alone. Now she just wants to find a way back home. After hearing her story, Tom agrees to let her stay with them. However, he makes it clear that if she wants to remain there, she will have to help with their daily tasks. The next day, Samantha and Jody spend time talking and gradually become friends. Meanwhile, Tom faces an even stranger problem. He notices that no matter how far he travels in any direction, he somehow ends up back near the same cabin. The farther he tries to go, the closer he seems to get to where he started. This bizarre phenomenon deeply troubles him. Returning to the cabin, Tom tells the women that something is seriously wrong with this place and that they need to leave as soon as possible. Before making a plan, he asks an important question. Where exactly were you both going? And what place do you think this is? Samantha says that according to her husband, they were in New Hampshire. Jody immediately disagrees. According to her, this place is in Dakota. Tom is even more confused because he was traveling on a route near Los Angeles. At that moment, all three realize they are trapped in something far beyond normal understanding. They decide that the next morning they will travel travel as far as possible in search of help or any way out. That night, something even stranger happens. Both Jody and Tom experience the same disturbing dream. In the dream, someone is injecting them with a needle. Samantha also has a nightmare in which she is suffering unbearable pain. The following morning, the three pack their belongings and begin walking together. During the journey, while they are walking, Jody suddenly trips over something hidden in the ground and falls. As she hits the ground, a bundle of cash slips from her clothing. Tom is shocked. He quickly asks where she got so much money. Jody explains that the money belonged to her and her boyfriend. When she left him, she took it with her. While examining the area where Jody tripped, Samantha notices a strange metal handle sticking out of the ground. Tom uses his axe to break through the surface. To their surprise, they discover a hidden German bunker buried beneath the earth. Inside, they find military equipment, supplies, and several cans of food marked with Nazi symbols. Samantha explains that her father served in the war, so she has seen similar military supplies before. Tom carries the food outside, and the group continues their journey. But then, they encounter another impossible problem. Despite walking in a straight line the entire time, they somehow end up right back at the cabin. By now, it is obvious that the normal rules of reality do not apply in this place. That evening, while eating dinner, Jody opens up about her life. She admits that she steals because she never had opportunities in life. She is uneducated and has struggled to survive for as long as she can remember. Curious, Samantha asks if she can see the stolen money again because she has never seen such a large amount before. Jody happily hands it over. The moment Samantha looks at the bills, she starts laughing. At first, Jody thinks she is joking, but Samantha points out something shocking. The bills are dated 1984. According to Samantha, those are future bills because she is living in the year 1964. Jody immediately responds that she is from 1984. The room falls silent. Both women are standing in the same place, yet they come from completely different years. When Tom returns, they ask him the same question. What year are you from? Tom casually answers, 2011. The revelation leaves everyone stunned. Three strangers, one mysterious location, three completely different timelines. At first, Tom assumes they are joking, but after hearing their stories and seeing their reactions, he realizes something impossible may actually be happening. Suddenly, another gunshot echoes through the forest. Someone is out there. Hoping it might be a rescue party, Tom goes outside. In the distance, he sees an armed man carrying a rifle. Tom immediately calls out for help and explains that they are trapped, but the stranger responds in German. Tom cannot understand most of what he says, but he does understand one thing. The man wants him to throw away his axe. Tom slowly obeys. The next thing he knows, everything goes black. When he wakes up, he discovers that all three of them have been captured, and the mysterious German stranger has vanished. As the three captives sit tied up, they begin discussing the impossible situation they have found themselves in. Samantha, being the oldest among them chronologically, asks Tom whether time travel has become possible in the year 2011. Tom shakes his head and tells her that no such technology exists in his time. A short while later, the mysterious German man returns. He unties Tom and drags him outside. There, he brutally beats him before tying him to a tree. Afterward, the stranger goes back inside the cabin and begins questioning Samantha and Jody. He demands to know who they are and where they came from. While questioning them, he notices the locket hanging around Jody's neck. The man immediately becomes interested in it and starts asking questions. Only Samantha understands German, so she acts as a translator. She explains that the locket belonged to Jody's mother. Suddenly, the stranger angrily pulls out an identical locket from around his own neck. Inside the locket is a photograph of a woman. To Samantha's shock, the woman looks exactly like her mother. The mystery grows even deeper. The stranger then takes both women outside. Samantha asks Tom whether he also owns a similar locket, but he says no. Meanwhile, the German man has forgotten that Tom managed to loosen his restraints. Seizing the opportunity, Tom overpowers him and captures him. Now the mysterious stranger is tied up in the same way he had tied up the three of them. However, the bigger mystery still remains unsolved. Samantha insists that the woman in the photograph is her mother. Then Jody looks at the picture and makes an even more shocking statement. She says that the woman is her grandmother. The revelation leaves everyone speechless. At this point, the stranger's name is finally revealed. His name is Hansman. Samantha then reveals something unbelievable. Hansman is her father. The room falls silent, but the surprises are far from over. Samantha asks Jody for her date of birth. Jody answers, June 3rd, 1964. Samantha freezes. That date is the exact day on which Jody's mother died while giving birth. And then the horrifying truth becomes clear. Jody is not just connected to Samantha. Jody is Samantha's daughter. Everyone is left stunned by the revelation. The pieces of the puzzle are finally beginning to fit together. Samantha realizes that she is destined to die while giving birth to Jody. The thought completely shatters her. Unable to cope with the truth, she runs out of the cabin in tears. Meanwhile, another secret comes to light. Outside, Tom tells Jody something she does not want to hear. He reveals that his mother was a criminal. Jody immediately denies it. Tom continues and explains that his mother used to rob gas stations and grocery stores alongside her husband, Kevin. One day, she killed Kevin, was arrested, and was eventually executed for her crimes. Jody refuses to believe any of it. However, Tom insists that it is the truth. The conversation becomes even more painful when Jody realizes that Tom is describing her future. Unable to bear hearing what awaits her, she leaves the cabin as well. Outside, she finds Samantha sitting alone. The relationship between them has completely changed. They are no longer strangers. They are mother and daughter. Samantha is devastated because she now knows she will die during childbirth. Yet despite her sorrow, she is relieved that her daughter survives. She tells Jody that at least her grandparents will take care of her, but Jody reveals another heartbreaking truth. Her grandparents abused her and often left her hungry. Eventually, she ran away from home while still very young. Hearing this breaks Samantha's heart. Determined to change the future, she rushes back into the cabin and begins explaining everything to Hansman. She even tries to free him. Tom immediately objects, warning her that Hansman could be dangerous, but Samantha believes her father would never hurt her. The moment Hansman is freed, however, he grabs his rifle and supplies and escapes into the forest. That night, Samantha remembers more details from her recurring nightmare. She sees herself dying during childbirth. Her husband is away at war, and medical help arrives too late to save her. Tom then shares details of his own nightmare. In it, he shoots the priest who abused him and later turns the gun on himself. Finally, Jody reveals her nightmare. She sees herself being executed. At that moment, all three understand something terrifying. Their dreams are not ordinary dreams. They are visions of their future deaths. Each of them now knows exactly how they are destined to die, and if they know the future, perhaps they can change it. Convinced of this, Tom decides they must take action immediately. He leads the group back toward the German bunker. According to his theory, everything began with Hansman's death. If they can prevent that death, maybe they can rewrite history itself. And that is exactly what they decide to try. Tom explains his plan. They must stop Hansman from dying, because his death is what triggered this entire time loop and the collapse of reality around them. If they can change that one event, everything else might reset. Samantha reveals that Hansman's death happened on the 14th of May in Poland during an airstrike. And incredibly, today is also the 14th of May, and the place they are in is actually Poland. This means they might still have time to stop it. Tom realizes something even more important. If Hansman survives, Samantha will not be left alone, and her life may take a completely different path. That could also mean Jody's future changes entirely. But time is running out. Hansman is currently trying to connect a radio in the bunker. Samantha tries to warn him about the upcoming airstrike, but he refuses to listen and runs off. Tom tries desperately to stop him, but chaos breaks out. In the struggle, Hansman fires a shot, and it hits Jody. Everything goes silent. Jody collapses, injured. Tom and Samantha rush her back to the cabin, panic setting in. Tom realizes something horrifying. If Jody dies, she will never grow up, which means Samantha will never exist as she is now, and Tom himself may also disappear from existence. The timeline itself is collapsing around them. While Samantha tries to save her daughter's life, Tom goes after Hansman again, determined to stop him and fix the timeline. Meanwhile, Samantha fights to keep Jody alive, refusing to accept that her daughter might die right in front of her. Hansman, however, keeps escaping. No matter where Tom chases him, he always ends up back near the same cabin, as if the entire forest is looping around them. Tom finally understands. The place itself is trapped in a time loop. Eventually, Tom and Hansman face each other again near the cabin. Hansman fires multiple shots, but none of them hit Tom. Something strange is happening. Tom's existence is beginning to fade as Jody's life slips away. The connection is clear. Their existence is tied to the timeline of Jody's survival. As Jody takes her final breaths, Tom begins to disappear, and then it happens. Tom vanishes completely because Jody has died. Everything shifts. We return to the original timeline of the story, but this time, things are different. Jody is alive, but her life has changed. She is no longer a poor, struggling girl. Instead, she grows up educated and wealthy, living a completely different life. However, the consequences of the altered timeline are still unfolding. Back at the grocery store, Jody once again goes to rob it, but this time with a different partner. The events seem familiar, yet slightly changed. She notices the same mysterious box behind the cashier. The cashier warns her again not to open it. He tells her that if she opens it, nothing can be undone. But Jody, driven by curiosity and greed, ignores the warning. She opens the box anyway. A gunshot rings out, and the story ends exactly where it began. Only now, we understand the full, twisted cycle behind it all. The loop is never truly broken. It only resets, in a different form. And that is the end of the story.